Good morning, friends, and welcome to our Unit 5 vocabulary lesson, Unit 5, Week 3 vocabulary lesson. So as a reminder, we are always using context clues, and that means that you are acting like a detective to find a meaning of any unknown word. So we are using the words around the word, titles, pictures, captions, graphs, charts, subtitles, timelines, any graphic feature to help us solve the meaning of the unknown word. So we have our new 7 vocabulary words this week. The first one is astronauts, cassette, CD, cylinder, magnetic, MP3, and stereo. And as you can see in the parentheses next to it, that is the page number in the close reader that you will find this new word. This is also in the Benchmark Virtual Library, so you can find it there. I want you to make sure that you are taking each of the words and you are making a concept cube, and that's that thing that we've been doing every week. Let me show you. That's when we break it up, the unknown word, into 4 different parts to understand the word even more. So I want you to make sure that you are making concept cubes for each of your words to understand all of the meanings, and then you can go into the Quizlet and even double check yourself. So I am going to use the word MP3, and I see that that is on page 28. I have already gone through in my close reader and highlighted each of my words so I can see right away there's MP3. So the first thing that I need to do is read around the word to understand the meaning of this MP3s. So I'm going to start with the subtitle, A Digital World, and that's already giving me a clue that it's something about digital. Okay. Once personal computers and the internet became commonplace, music could be stored on very small digital files. These files, such as MP3s, let people download music from the internet quickly. Okay. I can see right away that it's kind of giving me a definition because it's giving me a clue up here. It says these files, such as MP3s, so this is an example. These files are small digital files. So what I'm going to do is in my definition, I'm going to start with small digital files. And this is giving me a clue as to what an MP3 is. So I can keep reading to understand a little bit more about it. It says these files, such as MP3s, let people download music from the internet quickly. I think that I would like to add that this is about music. And there's something about quickness. Maybe I'm going to write that it's quick. And that'll help me understand a little bit more. People could now store hundreds of songs on a computer. Okay, so MP3s have something to do with maybe computers. And that's really helpful to me. Now I have a pretty comprehensive, that means I have a pretty good understanding of what an MP3 is. Sounds like it's a small digital file and it could be stored on computers. It looks like an MP3 is about music and it is something that is quick and maybe it was not before. So a synonym for this MP3, since I looked in my text and noticed that it says music could be stored on very small digital files. And then it says these files, such as MP3s. So small digital files would be a perfect synonym for MP3s because of the way it's worded in the text. So that's what I'm going to use. For my synonym, I'm going to write small digital files. Even though I have it in my definition, it's the perfect synonym. So I could use it in a sentence, and I could make a sentence sharing the definition. I could say that an MP3 is a digital file that could be stored on computers because now I understand a little bit more. And you could make this any type of sentence, but I think I'm going to say something about the computer. So I'm going to say an MP3 is a digital file that can be stored on a computer. I'm going to leave my sentence like that, and I'm going to go back and underline the word. Now that I've created a sentence, I'm also going to create my picture. What's really cool about MP3s is that as I continue to read, it starts to share with me, it looks like it's something about an iPod. So I'm going to read a little bit more. So it says, people could now store hundreds of songs on a computer. No need to carry a physical disc or item anymore. But some people do not like the sound quality of these digital music files. They think CD recordings sound better. The Apple iPod, released in 2001, became a popular personal media player. By the fall of 2010, almost 275 million iPods had been sold worldwide. After that time, sales began to drop. People started using smartphones as their personal media players. So I can see that people can use computers, or they can use these MP3 players, media players, like iPods, to listen to their music. So I could make two different pictures. I think I'm going to start with a computer. I'm going to do my best. A computer is typically like a square. And then I'm going to put a music note in the middle, because now I know that you could listen to music on the computer. And here's the keyboard underneath. And a little mouse. And there's my computer. And you can see there's music on it. I could have drawn a little tiny iPod with maybe a music note on there. And maybe here are the Apple headphones. So you know how they kind of have this, and then little things that go in your ears that way. So I have an iPod or an MP3 player, a media player, or a computer to show that MP3 files can be stored on either of these. Now I have a pretty good understanding of this MP3. I can also go into the Quizlet, and that will give me a perfect way to study my vocabulary words for the week. I would like you to make sure that you are doing a concept cube for each of your words, and let me know if you have any questions, but I know you are going to be fabulous.